Just get bugged instead of taking marijuana. Is it?
Yes, people, welcome back to the EFL show. And there's another new rule, only winners allowed. So bye-bye, Charlie. Bye-bye, Aaron. It's the Niall show. Hello, guys. I'm the only winner here. We only accept winners. We're very elitist here. It's why there's also no United fans, because they didn't win at the weekend, did they? But only winners allowed on. So all you get is me. No, I'm joking. We'll show these losers. Well, one loser and someone who's probably going to celebrate getting a draw. How are we all doing?
Yeah, not too bad, apart from obviously what happened at the weekend, but we'll get on to that.
Yeah. I'm sure you're feeling better now that I've called you a loser and that Aaron is probably going to celebrate. I'm guessing he's absolutely chuffed to bits and is jumping up and down with a 0-0 draw against Pompey.
We didn't lose. We're fucking living it. Especially our injuries. And
there's always an excuse, isn't there?
Especially against top of the league as well. That's a good point to say that we still haven't won, but like to say it's top of the league and with all our injury concerns, the squad depth we've got.
So you're going to celebrate. You're going to celebrate a point to a team that has dropped more points to teams they should never be dropping points to in their entire league EFL career.
With the way we played, yes.
And you're gonna celebrate a draw.
I'm gonna celebrate a draw.
One minute. You're sat here on the EFL show celebrating a draw.
I am indeed.
Right. Well, your club is really, really shit then, because
it's our first point.
Who gives a shit if it was your first point or your first shag?
I know we got Rotherham on Saturday, but
the thing is, why are you celebrating a draw, bro? Like, it's a draw.
Top of the league. It's a point against top of the league.
It's Pompey. They drop points to fucking everyone. They drop points to Argyle once.
We dropped their 100% record. I'm glad we were the ones that did that.
Yeah, but why are you celebrating a draw? Surely you should be like, yeah, great, we got a draw, move on to the next one. Not fucking celebrating it. Who the hell celebrates draws nowadays?
I think it's a good point.
Well, I think your club has gone really, really far down the table then. Because I could never imagine celebrating a draw unless it was like FA Cup, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, big clubs. There's a reason I didn't say
Argyle
Arsenal.
Don't know draws. They've only suffered defeats. I'm joking.
Drew against Cambridge.
Yeah, but at least they got a point there. Like Aaron said, it's a decent point considering how bad of a start they got.
It's a point closer to the league title.
There you go. They're a point closer to promotion,
I can't believe he just said that. I absolutely, after the shit start they've had, I can't believe he's had the audacity to say that. Genuinely, I'm beyond. I cannot believe it. Keith says, yes, no, we played very well. Thank you very much. Cool. Nice point. Kieran says, Aaron, I'm with you. We drew against Bournemouth. I'm celebrating. That's different. They're a league above, aren't they? Or are they saying me? I don't fucking know anymore. It's a good point. You don't celebrate. Hey, here we go. It's a good point, but you don't celebrate a draw. Fair enough, they were top of the league, but it was 3 games in. Thank you, Bailey. Bailey, you are now one of my new favourites. Charlie says, Aaron, how was your first shift in KFC?
It was decent. Decent, knackering, but good.
This works much better when I can't hear you. I seem to get less rattled when I don't hear you. Unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, obviously, a point. What a performance! What a feeling it must be to get a point. I mean, Argyle got 3, so I wouldn't know what the point feels like. I mean, we had one. We had one against Cambridge, but it won 2 nice.
You came up against the Shrewsbury side that were looking poor. We came up against top of the league. So I think I'm the more
3 games in, mate, or 4 games now.
So still top of the league.
Yeah, plus who Cambridge obviously drew to you. Then they go and somehow beat Burton Albion, like, what was it, 2 or 3-0? I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Points.
I'm fancying my chances against Burton now. But yeah, it's like 4 games in, like the league table. I don't even know why people look at a league table anymore.
And now with a couple of people, with a couple more people injured now, it's looking to get worse if we don't bring people in.
Yes, boys, love it. Whilst you're getting injuries, we've got players coming back. Cooper's back. Georgie's back. But him coming back, we may have suffered an injury to Conor Graham. But, one in, one out. It seems to be a good process at the moment. As long as we don't lose any more. And as long as we don't lose any. If we lose another striker, then I'm just going to start praying to the Lord Baby Jesus Christ up there. Not that it would like me. He'll probably strike me from hell. But, Portsmouth have the quality to get promoted, but all bottle it. It looks like they've already bottled it. Captain Nat says win. Wawa. WAWA.
Wow.
Oh, that. Yeah. Aaron, are you going to Stoke? Says Bailey.
I can't make the trip, but I will be watching it online.
You fucking won't be watching it online because no one can watch it online, you cheeky bastard.
I'll find a stream somewhere.
You fucking won't. There's going to be no streams out there. You can buy an audio pass and listen to it on the radio.
Stoke City TV.
No, competition rules. EFL Cowbell Cup. They're not allowed. Not even if you're in fucking America.
Trust me, if you find the right website, not going to name names, you should find one.
Well, tell me the website then, so I can watch us against nobody.
Trust me, I can't name the websites because they could be taken down.
What? Can't name the website because they'll be taken down?
Put it in the group chat.
Mad? Put it in the group chat.
But no, you won't find any streams because no one's showing it anywhere. The EFL. Yeah, no, there are no. You're completely ignoring everything I'm saying. Not even in America, overseas people can't watch the game. No one can watch a game. Don't ask me why. It's EFL rules. Because Argyle TV can't show it. All they're selling is audio passes.
Shit indeed. That's why I said whack on the radio. That's why I said whack on the radio. Listen to it. Yeah. Well, my plans have gone fuck then.
His plans have gone fuck then now, guys. Always me to bring a down on things. Love it. Munsey talks football. Says Stevenage to win. I'm going to a Stevenage game tomorrow. I wanted to do a prediction on the Stevenage game, but Aaron said no, he wanted Morecambe. Kieran said I use his goal when the game isn't on. I use his goal as well, but to be honest, they're not even able to get all the streams, are they? Up the Owls, says Captain Nat. Up the Owls indeed, but anyone get any news? All Argyle have got is we've signed Garrick from Swansea, a very pacey striker actually. Also can play like wing. I have this weird feeling he's a backup to Joe Edwards as well. I have that weird feeling that because we play over 3 at the back and we like our wingers to be attacking, I have that feeling that Jordan is like a backup to Joe as well as like playing striker, which is what a combo that is. Can play right wing back and striker. I mean, for Ryan Lowe, that probably works quite well. I don't know much about his defensive duties, but we'll see. We'll see about that. So yeah, Liam says I can watch our games for free though, so unlucky to you lot. How do you watch it for free? Because Argyle games, because we're not on iFollow, you can't get the stream up anymore, because that's one of the reasons why Argyle wanted to move away from iFollow, because you can't illegally stream it on Argyle TV, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a bit crap though. Like it's a bit crap that they've done that, because even
did it in the first round.
Yeah. Well, they haven't thought about the fans that can't get to the game. They haven't thought. Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. There's so many fans that want to go or that can't go, that can't watch iFollow. I mean, it's pretty annoying as well, because obviously as well they've done it because
pastors are back in stadiums. They just take that ability away from other fans.
Yeah, it's crap.
Kieran says we stream our own league games for overseas people at Blackpool. So do Argyle.
Yeah, same for everyone.
I don't know if we do or not.
Yeah, we have our.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you do it via iFollow, don't you? I mean, Argyle, I think, are the only League One side and League Two side to actually have our own specified streaming for Argyle TV. So you gotta love it. You gotta love how professional we are. We're bigger than Manchester United. Who's that shit club? Also, if we get past Stoke, I beg to get United. And also, I beg you play that double pivot for Fred McTominay. Because Houghton, Kamara and Broom are going to run rings around them two fuckers. I can absolutely assure you. And I beg you give Maguire and Varane a night off. I beg.
You know what? If Arsenal beat West Brom and we beat Stoke eventually,
Arsenal are not beating West Brom. Just saying that.
Right, that's not the bit I was after about. He said Doncaster beat Stoke. Is he? Yeah. He's officially. You've officially.
Don't be silly, Aaron.
You've officially lost your fucking mind.
I want Arsenal.
Well, no, we get past Stoke.
You might get him in the FA Cup if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're like,
if you can get through there.
The situation is that I think that once we sort the depth problem out, then might focus on getting a good cup run together once we've got points on the board in the league.
You might want to work on staying in the league first.
Yeah, if you can get points.
Focus on rebuilding.
Hold on. Did you just say your goal is to stay up?
I think many fans have said that.
Oh my god, your expectations have fallen honestly flat on. So we're seventh down to. We'll try and avoid relegation.
I think the fans.
No, first it was seventh. Then it was mid-table.
Yeah.
And now
it was bottom half.
Now it's trying to stay in the league.
I think this season fans just think we need to stay up, and then the second season provide the attacking signings that'll help us get further up the league.
So you've gone from every week you've lowered your predictions. So next week I'm guessing relegation is your prediction.
Well, to go forward, you have to take a couple of steps backwards. So I wouldn't.
Not necessarily.
I wouldn't mind staying up this season. If it means getting promotion next season, then I won't mind staying up this season.
Are you actually serious? Like, do you know what you're saying? Are you serious?
I might be on the board side, but I believe in this rebuild.
Yeah, but how can you go? How can you go from seventh like 2 weeks ago, then to mid-table, then to just staying up?
Injuries, COVID, fun. It just happens.
Oh my god!
We have to take a step back. We have to take a step backwards to take steps forward. So
oh my god! I'm crying.
Seriously, this stuff.
I'm being realistic. I'm not going to be one of those big dreamers that says this season. We're going to stay up this season to provide promotion.
At the start of the season, you said 7th.
Because I wanted to be optimistic, but now I'm going to be realistic.
Yeah, but you are a dreamer though, because you said that you said on that thing when you rang up 5 Live or whatever that you'd be in the Premier League in 5-10 years.
Because we have to take a step backwards to take a step forwards, and I think we will be in the Premier League in the next couple of decades.
Step backwards to get forwards.
There's a bit of a difference between 5-10 years for a couple of decades, mate. There's like 20 years between those.
In the next 20 years, I think we'll get to the Premier League. But in order to do that, we have to.
And now he's changed it again.
Okay. And in the next 20 years, I'm going to shag Beyonce and have a happy family and be very, very rich. We've both got similar aspirations. Neither are coming
again.
true.
I'll say it again. We have to take steps backwards to take step forwards.
Mate, you're literally just putting yourself in the mud even more by carry on. Like
right. I think what we need to do.
Changing your mind from like 7th, and then last week you was like, yeah, we'd be in the Premier League in 10 years, and now you've changed it to 20 years.
So many things happen in short space of time that you sort of think about the situation.
More like look at his club.
Honestly.
Charlie says get a VPN. I do it every weekend. Lovely. Police are on their way to you right now, buddy. Bailey says, same with me, Liam, but still can't watch Cowbell Cup games. Liam says, so yeah, I can watch every game this season. Nice. Still not Cowbell Cup games, though. It's only 4 games played in the EFL season. You'd think that. Obviously, Pompey are the greatest champions ever to have been elected because they're top of the league. When Donny faced them, they got a point. Most EFL teams do I follow. There's only 2 teams, don't know who don't. We're one of them. It's Cowbell Cup rules, though. You can't watch the games on iFollow, not even with a Fire Stick. Exactly. We're more likely to be in the Prem, for fuck's sake, says Da Convertible. Obviously, Rotherham fan. Love it. Love it. Biggest team in Yorkshire. Still got Wednesday to finish in playoffs. We're doing better than Donny.
Yeah, they're doing very well.
And another team that's doing better than Doncaster, Sheffield Wednesday. Love to see it.
But you know what?
Rotherham and Sheffield Wednesday, apart from Ladapo, because Ladapo is a wanker, I quite like those 2 clubs. I don't know why.
Do you know what the weird thing is, though? Previous managers, Darren Ferguson, Grant McCann, and Darren Moore, have all left to go and do better things at different clubs.
And they've all been promoted.
Well, Darren Moore has, technically. He's been relegated.
Apart from Darren Moore, but he's now, doing well.
Yeah, Grant McCann promoted.
Do you know what? He's at a big...
He's second or third in the league. And he's at a bigger club.
Darren Moore is at a bigger club with nicer fans and nicer facilities.
But do you know what the weird thing is, though? Darren Moore's left us with shit players on high wages that we can't get rid of and moved on.
Hold on. I thought you said last week managers weren't in control of the contracts.
That was the last.
No.
Well, they're not, are they? They're not in.
A regime ain't going to change. A regime ain't going to change so quickly over a bloody year.
Well, no, but Darren Moore still wanted the player. He was still involved.
Oh yeah, but he's not the one.
Yeah,
who
wanted the player, but
bloody...
he don't. Yeah, he doesn't deal with contract negotiations.
That's like me being manager of, I don't know, Man City, saying I'd really, really, really like Scott McTominay. And the board going out and getting him and putting him on 500k a week. It's not my fucking fault. Yeah, I want the player, but I didn't say put him on that much. You're mad.
Yeah, you can blame the agent. You can blame the agents and.
I don't hear Darren Moore complaining about how much we're getting.
You can moan about your owners who gave him that much money.
That's the board's fault. That's the board and the agent and the agents. That's nothing to do with the manager who decides on what players have what sort of money a week and stuff like that.
The club know they've made that mistake. The club know they've put people that didn't deserve it on high wages, and they've not put a clause in place in managers' contracts to keep them no matter what the cost. So they've made their mistakes.
Hold on, keep a manager at what costs?
Well, there was no clause or something in the contract that could help us keep our manager and fight.
Yeah, that's because no manager in their right mind is ever going to sign a clause like that.
Well, Darren Moore was easily allowed to let go to Sheffield Wednesday, so we didn't want to make that mistake again with Wellens.
You'd have got compensation.
Oh no, but the compensation.
Yeah, plus your club. Yeah, plus your club let him speak. Like clubs are allowed to do that. Clubs like that's what happened at MK Dons. MK Dons let Russell Martin go and speak to a Swansea, and that's what every club does. If a manager wants to leave, then that's what happens. They're allowed to speak to other clubs.
Like I said, it's going to take time. We have to take a step backwards to take a step forward. So I trust in the process.
Just stop blaming Darren Moore for having. Just stop
in the process.
Just stop blaming Darren Moore for Bogle being on high wages.
So I blame him for wanting him in the first place, but I blame the club for the way they dealt with it.
Yeah, but.
So you're going to blame a manager?
His goal scoring record was pretty decent before we joined you, Mike.
You're going to blame a manager who wanted a player who it didn't work out with, but he only had half a season.
He's been shit for 5 years.
1 minute. So
who's been shit for
1 minute.
5 years? Are you mad? Have you not seen his goal scoring record?
So you're gonna blame a manager who brought in a player that he wanted, right? Just hasn't turned out well. Because Ryan Lowe brought in fucking Keelan Watts last year. It didn't work well at all, mind you. But we've also got Aimson. Do I blame Ryan Lowe? No, it's just something that didn't work out. We move on. There's 9 out of 10 times Ryan Lowe has got the strategy of our transfers absolutely bloody perfect. So why would he be to blame? I don't get this obsession with wanting to blame the manager for every little thing that goes wrong.
That's why I have faith with Richie Wellens instead of Darren Moore, because I think that.
Well, hold up. Well, hold on. Darren Moore had you 5th. Richie Wellens has got you relegated at the moment.
We're only 4 games into the season.
Well, yeah, but you just said that you'd just be top of the table, Pompey. We're only 4 games in. We're only 4 games into the season.
Drew with them. They didn't beat them.
Oh shit!
Top of the table at the time.
Well, yeah, but hold on. Now you definitely didn't say at the time when you were gassing up that you beat Drew.
Oh no, because I'm happy with the draw.
Right. So basically, you'll twist it so it fits your narrative perfectly. But when someone else wants to use it against you, you add in the bit that you want added in. And you think you can beat me by this way?
Yeah, fair enough. You got me on this one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Fighting me in an argument is arguably the greatest mistake anyone will ever make.
It's not a brave decision. Trust me, I know from experience now.
Yeah, Exeter fans have also known. Also, Arsenal fans, they leave me alone now because they know. Bailey says, Bogle gonna tear you apart. Yep, gonna tear us apart. If Wellens even lets him on the pitch. Big up to Wolf.
If he's still
big
there.
Big up to Wolf in the chat. Can we all agree that Kieran Sadler is the worst footballer to ever exist?
No, he's just done crap at Rotherham. He was good at Donny. He's just he was very good at Donny.
The reason he left Donny is because he rejected a contract that we offered him and decided to go to somewhere else for more money.
Yeah.
Oh, a bigger and better club. Right, cool.
Again, this was the club's mistake that they're trying to rectify in this brand new era.
It's brand new era,
out, though, does it? Because that's what some players do. Just because they do well at one club like Kieran Sadler had done it. We think, I'll go and get a bit more money, go to Rotherham, and obviously it hasn't worked out by the sounds of that Rotherham fan. But that's what happens though with players.
The thing is, too many players on
the thing is, you can try and keep a player. Like Argyle really desperately tried keeping Graham Carey. I mean, Charlie will know all about Graham Carey. When we had him in League 2, he was a fucking beast. Then when we got to League 1,
I remember
when we got to League 1, he was also a fucking baller. Man couldn't stop being a baller. He was fucking incredible. We offered him a new contract. He was like, nope, I want to go to, I think he went to Turkey or something. Or Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. It was like CSK Sofia.
Yeah, Sofia or something.
What was that? What was that other Portuguese baller? Ruben Ramirez. He's doing well now, isn't he? As well. He's what's the team in Port? He's in the Portuguese league.
Is he in Sporting Lisbon?
No. Yeah, it might be Lisbon because he was at one of the. Yeah. What was the Portuguese club that played Arsenal a couple of years ago in the Europa League?
Ruben Ramirez. He's at Vitória Guimarães.
That's the one. He's at Vitória Guimarães with like Ricardo Quaresma and Marcus Edwards from the ex-Tottenham player.
Could you just imagine if Ryan Lowe got his hands on Carey and Ramirez with the team that we've got now?
Yes,
if Carey still play football,
it would be.
We'd be top of the fucking league. Could you imagine? Right? Imagine this, right?
Should still be playing.
Imagine this. Instead of playing a holding DM, we put Carey in the cam, Mayer and Connor Grant or Kamara in the double pivot. With fucking Ramirez sort of like up front with like Luke Jepcott. Could you imagine how dangerous that would be?
There is a real chance you could try and get him back because he's only at CSKA Sofia, so you could still get him back.
Mate, only they play in like Europe, mate. They play in Europe.
There's always one rule, and I'm so glad we stick to it. Never go back. Never go back.
Yeah, because we had like it's the same what you was on about with if players didn't work out. The biggest one even Rovers was Clark Harris. When we signed Clark Harris, he'd never got more than 9 goals in a season, and everyone was like, "Oh, what is this signing from like Coventry?" And he turned out to be one of the best strikers, in the league, and we got obviously 1.25 million for him. But it seemed like some players work out, some players don't. So you know.
I mean, we went back with Tommy Rowe, but that was because he was a baller the first time that we got him.
The only reason I would never want to see Graham Carey back at home park is because the legacy that I've got of watching him is so high. Like, I loved watching him. Made Saturdays so good. I wouldn't want to risk him coming back and being an absolute fucking shit show.
Because he was amazing. What he like the amount of worldies he used to score.
Oh, mate, he's for me, he's a Plymouth legend. For me, he's an Argyle legend. I love him a bit, and I wouldn't want to risk that legacy.
Doncaster Rovers.
No, Carey was better. Liam says, "I'll show you how I watch games later on now." Yeah, okay, cool. No footballer in my eyes are bad or worse. They're just simply unlucky or not good enough. Pro football is tough game, respectable players, apart from Argyle, because he really is shit. He didn't get enough game time at us, Clark Harris. That's a fair shout. Fair shout. Clark Harris was awful when he came on loan to Donny.
I just remember that. I only just remember that. I barely knew about him at Donny.
That's probably because you're a Morecambe fan, but you know we wouldn't want to. We wouldn't want to get into that. Liam says 25 minutes, and you still haven't reviewed the games. Thank you, timekeeper Liam.
Too much.
Now
to talk
I know
about,
you're tired of hearing this. I'm very interested to see Phantom's Dom late night. Oh yeah, when he pulled out a gun. Yeah, sure.
Pulled out a gun.
Oh yeah, on the Late Show, someone pulled out a gun. He lives in America. I think he was gonna ping shoot me, but he didn't because he's halfway across the world. It was a weird one, and that show is no longer accessible on YouTube.
I wanted to go back and see that.
Yeah. Believe it or not, the owner of the channel decided not to have a stream where a gun is pulled out.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Yeah.
I just absolutely wonder why I removed that. Muppet. But yes, I'll sort that out at some point. You're either good at football, you're either good or football isn't for you. Simple. Brutal, Chris. Brutal.
Yeah, very brutal from Chris there.
That is brutal. But Aaron, any new? Well, Plymouth news. We've signed John Garrick. What a baller! He's got a lot of pace. Better than everyone at Doncaster. What about Doncaster? I know there's something that I really can't wait for you to say, and I am starting the petition to get him a statue.
I just know you're going to say it. Right, so our transfer window this week started off great. We had the news that Bogle was being allowed to leave by Richie Wellens. He was not in the plans for the squad. There were stories about this well-renowned League One striker. There was rumours about it being a done deal for him to come in. Rumours that we didn't know who it was going to be. There was rumours of Will Grigg coming in on a season-long loan from Sunderland. So that was potentially very exciting. And then today, we get the news that Bogle rejects to leave Doncaster Rovers, and he's now going to be probably played in the youth team because Wellens does not want to use him in the squad. Now, where we are in terms of transfers,
good times. Come on, let's get him a statue.
What a bloke, Omar Bogle.
I love him.
Rejecting to leave the club.
Yeah,
honestly.
Just because a bully of a manager wants to bully you out the club, he stands firm and goes, "Fuck you. Where's my wages?"
I mean, there's a couple of reasons why he wants to do it. I mean, one of the big reasons that fans will say is money. Obviously, he wanted more money elsewhere. People didn't want to pay it, so he'll stick to his wage check at Rovers. One thing I would like it to be, and people say, "Why are you saying that? He's absolute shit. Get rid of him." And I hope it's this reason. I hope this is him finally getting the wake-up call and stepping up and proving himself.
Nah, I reckon it's because he's on one healthy pay wage. He's on about 8K a week, and I bet you he loves that.
He's not on that much, surely.
Nah, I reckon it could. I reckon it's only going to be between 2 or 3K. I reckon.
No. Remember, we checked. He's on 8K.
What in terms of?
Can't be on 8K, mate. If Charlie White's the highest paid players in
actually, it might be about 5, but it's something similar. It was very, very high wages for for you.
There was rumours and reports from journalists that he wanted 5k to whoever.
No, Aaron. On that website I checked, which has to show you their wages from, I think it was 2019. So, hey, he may even have had a pay rise by now. He was on 5k.
Yeah, because he was at Cardiff. That's why his wages were probably bigger, because he left Grimsby when he was on fire, like for 3 or 4 seasons. Then he went to Cardiff.
But they were showing the Omar Bogle. It was under Donny's wages. He's on like
there's
5K.
no way. Yeah, I mean 5k. 5k is a bit more realistic, but 8k
and to be fair, by the time he's on 5k, and then by the time you have a look on 2 years ago, he's probably had a pay rise by then.
Well, 100%, and I think the most likely scenario now, because don't forget he was only brought in on like a 1-year contract when we signed him in January, so 2 years. So,
how do I know more about your club than you?
I just don't. I think we keep changing every day, so it's hard to keep up sometimes. But I think that most likely going to happen now is that next January for free, he's probably going to walk. He's probably going to sign a deal to the end of the season.
There was no way anyone was going to pay real money for him, surely.
So I've got a feeling he's going to walk for free, and we're going to have to look for a different striker. So, cool. So as it stands, the Will Grigg deal isn't happening. Obviously, there's Wellens did say after it. However, I do bring hope for Rovers fans. Wellens did say in the press straight after that article that he will be trying to do a different kind of strategy to bring Will Grigg in and still work around the.
Okay, so right, you're gonna have to explain to me this, because I'm confused. What's this other strategy?
But wait there. Do you know what they could do though? Like, do you know what they could do? Like the same with what we did at the start of the season. If players don't want to be there and no one's going to pay for them, the thing they'll have to do, they'll just have to cancel his contract. That's what we did. That's what we did with Matt Emer.
1 minute. Regarding that, it doesn't matter if you cancel it, because you have to pay him his wages anyway.
And you know
what? Even if you terminate his contract, you have to pay him the remainder of his wages anyway on a month-by-month basis.
And I will say,
but that's what
categorically,
they'll have to do.
We can't cancel his contract because we will not be able to afford the compensation fee we pay him.
So which is basically just his wages. Also, if you do that, you are liable for unfair dismissal.
Exactly. So we can't run the risk of doing anything illegal against the rules. So.
Well, you're right in the mud then. Like, if you can't even cancel his contract, because that's what we've done with like 3 or 4 players.
The situation now is, in the next week, we've got to hope that he decides to do a U-turn and accept one offer from a club from somewhere else, or another club has to come in for him and he accepts it, or 2, we have to keep him, use him, not use him, whatever, keep him training in the youth team, whatever, and just let him walk for free in a year or 2. Now, in terms of other deals, Wellens still wants to produce the 2 free loan deals. I mean, we sound like a bunch of cheapskates when I say that, but 2 free loan deals. One is expected to be a striker. One is expected to probably be a winger. There's been some stories in recent hours about the reignition of interest in the Blackburn youth, Conor McBride, but again, I will state the facts. He will not be a cheap or free loan. He'll be not a very, very expensive loan, but it won't be cheap or free loan at all. So again, with Conor McBride, if it is him, then we have to pay his wages. It won't be cheap at all. So again, in my opinion, that moves completely out of the question. And did you see the statement from Derek Adams? He said Bradford never put an offer in for Omar Bogle. So potentially what he's turned down is the other offers from the reports of Swindon and Hull.
Or people have just lied and tried to make Derek Adams seem like the big bad wolf. Wouldn't surprise me. Doncaster can be a bit scummy. Also, the website was Omar Bogle's with you last year, right?
Yeah, it was. From January
he's on 5.7k.
Fucking.
That's mental, isn't it? I mean, it'd be all right if it worked out, but obviously haven't. But obviously, the other thing, Aaron, you was on about that Blackburn youth player. He wouldn't, surely he wouldn't be on a lot of money.
It won't be on a lot of money, but again, it's just a case of can we afford it? And at the moment, there's no hope we can afford. It has to be very extremely cheap or free loans. So it's got to be someone on like, it's got to be someone between. If it's going to be a loan that's not free, it's going to have to be someone that's earning between 500 quid and 950 quid. It's got to be someone extremely cheap.
You might as well start doing the ring around the National League then. I don't.
Probably. Have you got any strikers to give us?
No, they're still paid too much.
And I know there's stuff going on financially with the club. I know that, but it still hurts when I see Morecambe pay a fee for a non-league striker, and we can't pay a fee for anyone, even
well, you can always obviously Morecambe are your club, aren't they? So you must be delighted that they're spending money. But before the chat, any news from Rovers?
I was gonna summarise. Rovers mixed week, but we'll see what happens tomorrow in the Cowbell Cup.
You're losing, but Charlie
and Rotherham.
Yeah, I mean, with us, there's a few. There's Brandon Hanlon. Apparently, Rovers have received another bid. They haven't said if it was his valuation for Brandon Hanlon from Wickham. Apparently, that's pretty interesting. Ooh. A team that wants to go back up, coming in for Hanlon. Also, obviously, like I said at the start of the show, two older players with a combined age of 73, Glenn Whelan, ex-Premier League midfielder, and Leon Clark, who was at Shrewsbury last season, and he got 1 or 2 goals in the league. They're both training at Rovers, which is interesting. And in other news, Barton is just very deluded.
Yeah, you didn't need to mention that as news. That was just goes without saying. Bailey says he's not on 4K. You're right, he's on 5.7. You can ask your main journalist. He ain't going to know the wages of your club. That's like me just whacking out Chris Hamden. How much is Joe Edwards on, bro? Yeah, cool. But by law, every wage has to be calculated for. Obviously, HM revenue and all that, and they are also publicly published. And that's what they're saying for Omar Bogle.
What's the comments above?
No, why would Hull want Bogle? No one's confirmed it's Will Gregg. There's been rumours and reports about Will Gregg. We're not confirming it's Will Gregg yet, but the rumours suggest it could be Will Gregg. Yeah, why the hell would Will Gregg leave Sunderland to go to your shitty?
He's a long from Sunderland as well, and I'm guessing his wages are a hell of a lot more than Bogle.
Yeah, and I bet you Sunderland.
Yeah, they want him.
Sunderland.
We're in a very tough.
Yeah, but I bet you One minute.
Because we've got 2 players that have been publicly outed to leave that we now have to keep until we get a deal for.
That's going to help. That's going to help squad harmony. So maybe that bully of a manager might want to sort his shit out then. And then, well, being honest, he's going to lose his fucking squad dressing room by the time he even gets to fucking November. There's being honest, then there's just being damn right stupid. I bet you Ryan Lowe wanted to say a lot about our defence last year. He kept it in his mouth and moved on and then sacked them all at the end of the season. There's ways to go about it and publicly outing players.
This is the same manager. This is the same manager that doesn't make excuses. He makes reasons for bad refereeing decisions. Like, you remember that when Neil Warnock was hitting against the referees for matches? It's like, I don't want to be Neil Warnock, but I'm not going to make it. But this time, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to make reasons. And he sort of turned.
Who are you on about?
I think it was during the Pompey game when we had Bostock's at the foul on Bostock that got him injured, and
but what I'm saying is publicly outing your players isn't going to really help at all.
It's his way of doing things, I think.
Well, yeah, but he's going to lose his dressing room by the time November.
Yeah, that's what Barton done last season.
I mean, does anyone
outed Maxima because he was absolutely shite?
Does anyone remember what happened between Paul Pogba, Jose?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff. Even like the situation with Luke Shaw, wasn't it? When Mourinho was like, "Yeah, he's fat."
That's why
when he's not even fat.
Yeah, but if Bogle's got mates in that squad, which he may well do, right? Because he might not be a greatest footballer, but he might be a top class lad, right? So if he's liked by them and they don't like the treatment of Wellens, and they're thinking, hold on, if I don't perform, is Wellens going to treat me like that? Instantly, they're in the back of their head not liking the manager. It's got to tread very carefully now. It's got to tread very carefully.
Yeah, but surely, like for Bogle, for like his career and that, like, I mean, that's fair enough if a manager doesn't want you. A lot of managers, you know, because he's a new manager, and plus Bogle, he hasn't done well at Donny. It just hasn't worked out for whatever reason. He's only got like
done well at the past 6-7 clubs he's been at.
Yeah, but the other clubs he's been at were just loans.
Still
like
shit.
Charlton, Portsmouth, Birmingham. It just hasn't. Yeah, but even Donny, like
in Holland as well.
But even Donny, he's got what, 1 or 2 goals, if that. I mean, surely
his first goal in like 2-3 years was against Newcastle in pre-season.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Surely, if it was him and it just hasn't worked out, he would just have to. I know it's not easy in football, players taking a wage cut, but it'd have to take a wage cut and something for a club. You know,
overall with the Bogle situation, I think literally, like I said, it's past mistakes from the previous era that have haunted us, where we make wrong decisions and suddenly it comes to backfire our new era and it doesn't get off to the best of starts. So I think it's past mistakes just haunting us. But the sooner we rectify that, whatever way we have to rectify that, the sooner we can look ahead brighter towards the new era. But it's the past era's mistakes that are haunting our new era at the moment, with the injuries, with COVID, with players' wages being too high. It's past mistakes and clubs' past mistakes coming to haunt us, and we have to improve on that and make modifications on the mistakes that we made. And the club have admitted they made mistakes in the past, like the past few years, from the Paul Dickov era of managing, when we had Paul Dickov as manager, all the way through to Darren Moore. We admitted we made mistakes in that time period. We're making it right this season, step by step. Sometimes you have to take a step backwards, take a step forwards. But the past mistakes are now starting to haunt us, like Bogle's wages, the injuries, the COVID, etc. That's why we're so far down, because we're not as ahead in our process as other teams are in their process. That's why I think Morecambe's going to finish higher. Morecambe can have a chance of finishing higher than us, because we've been stepping backwards over the last few years, making mistakes. Morecambe have been non-stop growing ever since. So I think that there's teams that will do better than us this season, because they've been improving and we've been backfiring. But now we have to sort of improve on our mistakes that we made in the past era.
The thing with Omar is, if he's on good money, why would he take a pay cut? Why would he take a pay cut instead of just collect his wages for next year? He's only there for another year, well, this year. Right?
Yeah, but only that's a lot of
but
that's a lot of money. That's like 120 grand. That's 120 grand in a year.
But if he's picking up that much money, right? Why would he take a pay cut? What? Surely he'll take the money, and then at the end of his contract, he'll take that pay cut, go to a League Two, maybe another League One side, and do it that way. He's in he doesn't have to leave. That's the thing. No, of
course not.
It's sort of Doncaster's fault.
If he wants to prove a point, then fair enough. If he wants to prove a point here,
he might just want to take the money. You never know, and that could work.
Yeah.
But we do need to.
Proves it. Bella's comment says it.
Yeah, but I don't. At the end of the day, we've spoken about Bogle a lot. At the end of the day, he's probably staying there because he's on nice wages. And you've sort of fucked it yourselves by paying him those stupid wages.
That's what I mean, past era mistakes. But let's just see what happens.
It's the same era. It's the same.
It's the same era. It's not
running your club.
There's not new owners. The same owners.
The same people running the club, doing the contracts. There's no new era. You've just got a new manager who's incompetent.
And a new recruitment head as well.
Well, congratulations. We also got a director of football. That wasn't a new era.
Oh, we haven't got that. That's something I think we should have if we haven't already.
Yeah, they haven't even got a director of football, for God's sake.
We'd just have Gavin Baldwin, the CEO, doing the director of football stuff. So
I would not like Parkinson.
That's why I think he's taking more of the out flack at the moment by fans.
I would not like to have Parkinson doing our football stuff. Not a chance. I love Parkinson.
That's why I think there's more Baldwin outs than Blunt outs, because Baldwin's doing the director of football duties as CEO. So I think he's taking more of the flack.
And look at this. We all got this completely wrong. 0-0.
I mean,
I still can't believe it, to be honest.
You almost got it 1-0 if it wasn't for the fucking referee.
Can't blame the ref, Aaron.
You've
got crap. Let's face it. You've just got crap strikers. Let's face it. You've got
It
some
wasn't offside.
young.
That should have been a goal. That should have been disallowed.
Right, you talk about the game. I'm going to go get these match highlights up. Right.
In my opinion, we were the better team throughout the match. Stats don't say otherwise. Stats would say we're even. I think we were the better team because Pompey didn't have an attacking threat. They could barely make any chances. We had more attacking threat. Dahlberg
Fuck me, where are all your fans? Oh, there they are.
Dahlberg saved the penalty, which wasn't a penalty anyway because there was little to no contact on it in the first place. And I think that we created some lovely build-up play. I've got no qualms about this game. There's positives we can take from it. The negatives is we need to be more critical. Again, that's been our big negative this season already. And we'll get critical. We just need to give it time. We're not going to be comes back in a few weeks. When Taylor and Hawula come back in the next 2 weeks now, one or 2 weeks now, because the injury is sped up, thank God. Once we get more pace in that team and it gets better, we'll get more critical. And we'll get players on goal, whether it's strikers or midfielders, I don't care. Whoever scores will get more clinical. It's just going to take some time. But there's positives in there to think that we'll have a better run on us. And I think we could do better than what we've done in the past this season. So I take 4 positives from this game. Despite it not being a 3-pointer instead of a 1-pointer, I take 4 positives from this game. 100% 4 positives.
Yeah, it's a good result. I mean, 0-0, obviously clean sheet. At home.
They look awful in that game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Pompey had an off day, so you were a bit. Well, I can't really say lucky because you obviously played well to deserve a point. It's not Doncaster's fault that Pompey weren't at their best, but still, it's a good point and something to build on, isn't it?
What was embarrassing was we still had Portsmouth fans singing, "Is this a library?"
Yeah,
because it is a library.
Because we brought, I think in terms of our fan base, we brought just.
Did you hold on? Did you
6,000 to the game?
Did you say that wasn't a penalty?
I said that wasn't a penalty. There was barely any contact on that. I'm guessing you're seeing the highlights back and thinking otherwise. I think there wasn't enough contact.
Yeah, you'll have to show me after now.
Wow.
And the disallowed goal that we got.
Oh, you can't get a good angle from that. I'm not even sure what they're on about.
Apparently, it was onside, but there was a shove in the back from Rowe on the play near the back post.
Well, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't really looked. I was looking for an offside because you said it was ruled out for offside.
Yeah, it was ruled out for offside, and then I saw it was.
Well, no, it wouldn't have been offside because there was no offside. It would probably been for the shove then.
No shove.
Well, I'll have a look. But in terms of that penalty, it's a Stonewall penalty every single day of the week. He's come in and barged him out the way.
That's called physicality. Too many pussies in this
game.
It's.
Oh my. Unbelievable. What the fuck? Pussy. Are you taking the piss?
EFL shows I've caused him to stand up and nearly walk out.
I'm going to 2-foot you.
Where from? It's just physicality.
No, oh my. Right, so if an Argyle player
does that, there's a barge, there's a fair barge, and then there's a.
Well, no, he's put his hand like that and pushed it.
There you go. Then it's a blatant penalty. Then.
Okay, so Aaron, I'll ask you this:
at any level.
So Omar Bogle's running to Mike Cooper in goal, right? And fucking Wilson pushes him like that. You screaming penalty, or is that a fair move?
If you pushed in the same way as I think this penalty.
Yeah. If that happened to your player at the keeper,
move on.
So you're losing one.
Physicality by pushing someone.
So you're losing 1-0.
Nice barge,
you're losing 1-0 because Dahlberg's put the ball in the back of his own net again, right? Wellens has been punched in the face by Ryan Lowe for chatting too much shit on the touchline, right? You've brought 2 fans to the entire stadium, you and one other,
6,
right? Okay, so you do all of that, right? And then Wilson shoves him like that. What are you just saying? Fair tackle, mate?
If it was us doing the same thing and it was a nice barge, I would have said fair tackle. So it's only fair for me to say the revised
a nice barge.
I'm a fair fan.
Do you know what? Do you know what? That is complete and utter bullshit, and you know it.
But we were the better team. Pompey was shit. Move on.
I mean, look, statistically, you didn't even have much more of the bloody ball.
It doesn't matter. Pompey was shit attacking wise. They couldn't create anything.
Well, neither could you.
Well, no, we were better attacking wise, and we had better play. We were the better looking team throughout. We dominated the play, in my opinion, even if the stats didn't say otherwise. Pompey for a top of the league team.
Right, how's right, Charlie? Are you ready to hear domination stats? Right, dominated the game, absolutely dominated it. Right, so
the stats don't mean nothing. Like we had like more shots and more possession. We got
one minute. But for them to dominate, they would have more of the ball, right? Normally, if you dominate and you've got a lot more of the ball. They had 49% of the ball, so the ball was very even. They had three less shots, and he's talking about their attack being shit. They had 3 less on target.
Pretty even game then.
What about Portsmouth stats?
What I just said. You had 3 less.
Aaron, it doesn't really matter. You drew 0-0. You got the win. You got the win, like you said.
Well, if you have 49% of the ball, the maths suggests it's 51% for Pompey, right? They've had 3 more shots than you and 3 more on target. That's why I said that you had 3 less on both, right? Yeah. So really, at best, you can call that an even game, which is fair.
I just personally think that in the midfield we were better.
But let's move on.
But you did draw. And on to a team that didn't draw and would never celebrate a draw in their whole life. Plymouth Argyle. A great result for us. Shrewsbury couldn't hit the back of a barn door.
Shrewsbury in the mud.
They are relegated. They have officially... after 4 games, been relegated alongside Doncaster. They were horrific. Literally, you could have probably got Coops, a deck chair, a newspaper, a cup of coffee, and a cake. Right? You could have probably got him all of that, right? Because think about it, they didn't do much. In fact, I'll see if I can find their stats quickly because. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I didn't realize the team could be so shit. Apparently,
big up Daniel in the chat as well.
Yes,
Dan Wilkinson.
They had 5 shots for. Oh no, that's ours.
They had. I get your comment, and that's why.
They had more shots than you. They had more shots than you now, but they couldn't finish.
So they had 16.
Lucky.
They had no. They had 16 shots, 1 on target.
Only 1 on target. That's bad. No wonder why they're not scoring goals and winning.
Like we had 5 shots, 4 on target with 3 goals. I would say that's a fairly clinical day in front of.
That we have.
Clearly,
it's weird though. Like, it's weird because I thought Shrewsbury would at least be mid. I mean, there's loads of games left, but judging by the start, they can't seem to score. Their defense, and it's funny how Luke Leahy. Rejected a new Luke Leahy, our top goal scorer with 10 goals last season, rejected a new contract for coming into League 2. He's gone up to League 1, and it looks like by what's happening, they're going to be probably playing us because I don't think we're going up.
They're going down. It's as simple as that. But look, 2 really great goals from Hardy. The third, his second, was great in terms of. He had a little bit of a tussle with the defender. No pushing, of course, because that would be a foul and a penalty. So they've both running to the ball. There's a few gentle shoulder barges. That's fine because that is physicality and you are allowed that. Pushing, no, that's not okay. On either side. He's then beat the defender and made him look like an absolute fucking twat because the defender looks quite big and Hardy is not the biggest of guys. And he's absolutely outmuscled him, which is embarrassing to say the least. And then he's sort of run to the edge of the 6-yard box and dinked it over the keeper, which is even funnier to see.
That was a good goal.
he's had that much ability of beating a defender in physicality and then dinking it over the goalkeeper. Beautiful. Luke Jeffcott's goal, he couldn't miss. Literally, Hardy sets it up on a plate for him. Open goal, basically. It would be harder to miss than score. Although I should ask a Doncaster player if they can do that for me. Or a Shrewsbury player. They would have probably missed it as well.
We're not getting bantered on our own.
Wait, there you go. Though. Look in the comments, though. Donny fan here. Not saying we played bad because we didn't, but Pompey had the better chances. There you go, Aaron. There is an honest Donny fan right there.
And Bailey said, can't say that because Pompey had the better chances. The XG was something like 2.84. Hence why Dahlberg got team of the week. They also a penalty
team of the week and the whole EFL team of the week as well.
Well, yeah, clearly
there you go, Dan.
He saved the penalty.
There you go, Dan.
He made us some other good saves as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. But in terms of that, yeah, so it suggests to me that Pompey did have a better game than Doncaster. He just weren't clinical in front of goal, which, happens to the best of us. I mean, Argyle had it at Cambridge. When you're facing smaller teams like Doncaster and Shrewsbury, it's very difficult to get the goals in. Obviously, Argyle didn't suffer against Shrewsbury, but when Pompey went to the smaller club with 600 fans, they struggled. And is this a library? Donny played better than before, and that's what matters. Of course, we're going to have less XG than the league bloody leaders. Oh, yes, of course. 4 games in league bloody leaders. Love it. The Convertible says Donny will beat us 5-0. Excellent. Argyle at 8th. Do I get a big that up? We're 8th. We're absolutely fucking amazing.
Well, to be fair, I had Plymouth as my dark horses to go up this year, even though I didn't really.
No, you fucking didn't. No, you fucking.
You had Donny to go up.
You had Donny to go up. You had us down in like 10th or 11th, you cheeky bastard. You had us in 10th or 11th. On this show,
I mean, you had Donny to get promoted, not Plymouth to be dark horses.
On this show, you had us down in like 11th or 12th, you cheeky bastard.
I've got written proof.
Well, you best go watch our stream back.
Yeah, you best go and watch the stream back because you put
Keith
something
says,
different.
no, mate, honestly, if they binge you off this show, it'd be miles better. You're so big-headed, mate, you need to chill out. You're no better than anyone else. Well, the thing is, Keith, I'm big-headed because my team ain't losing every week. I'm also big-headed because, as you can see on the screen, my team scored 3 goals on Saturday. A beautiful set of goals as well. I'm also big-headed because we don't need our manager to give us a hymn sheet for chance. And I'm also this big-headed because our stadium isn't a freaking library.
It is only banter, Keith. Keith, it is only banter.
And it is only banter. And Madge says, what's a Plymouth anyway?
Magic Gomez.
Yeah.
There he is. Magic Gomez is actually watching us, mate. What a
you cheeky shit. Firstly, what the fuck is Doncaster? I only know of Rotherham or Sheffield Wednesday or Leeds or any other club in York because they're all bigger than you. Scunthorpe, I like.
Look at that.
I like Scunthorpe.
What's a Plymouth away?
What's a Plymouth anyway? What's a Doncaster? Bailey says, yeah, I agree, Keith. Not obvious, though, is it really? XG goes on how clear the chances are, not where you are in the league, low. It's only 4 games in. Yes, Bailey, we agree. Keith says, only banter, but banter's supposed to be funny. It's the same pattern every week in,
I like it.
week out. It's so stale. Well, Keith, I can help you with that. Tell your club not to be so shit, and we'll stop bantering Doncaster.
Keith, you should be happy. I'm taking the fight for all of this every week.
And until that happens, Doncaster are forever in my firing range. One team in Devon, up the Exeter. Yeah, up the Exeter in League 2.
Up the fucking Exeter.
Yeah,
turn into prime fucking Barcelona, mate.
Up the Exeter in fucking League 2. Bottled more playoff finals than I care to imagine, and bottled the league last year. But yeah, one team in Devon, up the fucking Exeter. More like up the fucking farmyard. Stay back in your lane. Anyway, Madger, if you like Exeter that much, don't worry, you get to see them next year. When you're in League 2, obviously. Charlie says, Keith, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Actually, Keith, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Now, on to the next one.
Jesus. Right.
Talking to two bigger clubs than Donny, here's Rotherham and Sheffield Wednesday.
One goal off, man.
Oh, no, mate. One goal.
No, I swear Rotherham scored.
I thought this would be an overhyped draw.
Guys, the funny man said the funny thing. Donny bad. Yeah, Donny shit. Scunthorpe.
At least I got
Yorkshire.
1 point. At least
Hold
I got
on.
1 point.
If Scunthorpe aren't Yorkshire, why do you hate them so much, Aaron?
I think Scunthorpe are still classed as rivals, though, because they're still technically around the area.
Oh. I thought, I mean, if they're not even in fucking Yorkshire, I don't know if I'd class that as a rivalry. That's like saying that if Exeter was in fucking, I don't know, London, it's short. So why do you hate Scunthorpe?
Why the fuck are they rivals?
The fuck do you hate them?
Well, you should know. You're a flipping Donny fan.
I know.
He's searching up why Donny Scunthorpe rivals.
I know why I don't like Scunthorpe. I know why.
Hang on, it's because we're the nearest geographically to the stadium. Apparently, we are the geographical Yorkshire Lincolnshire derby. I think it's technically known as the geographical Yorkshire Lincolnshire derby. That's what we're
the geographical derby.
There's only one Scunthorpe.
It's not a Yorkshire derby or a Lincolnshire derby. It's a geographical Yorkshire Lincolnshire derby.
Anyway, though, I'm just buzzing that I got a point.
I was just about to say, let's stop talking. We don't want to upset Keith anymore by mentioning Doncaster. He's obviously very upset and needs his mummy's milk. But Charlie, you haven't really got to speak a lot. So Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday, obviously the cream of Yorkshire.
The creme de la creme.
The creme de la creme.
I'll be in a few minutes.
With obviously the best, but obviously, just as Aaron goes, I'm going to say Sheffield Wednesday have the best manager in Yorkshire, maybe even in the league. But no, it's a good.
Nah, he ain't better than Ryan Lowe.
He is flipping. Who the hell's Ryan Lowe? Just some random scouser down.
Who the hell is Joey Barton apart from a woman beater?
He's a class manager, mate. Absolute quality.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
So. I mean, it's crazy. He's still so positive that we're going up, but we'll save that later.
I was just about to say, I'm sure you'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah, but obviously Wednesday, they're doing well. Another clean sheet. I think they've kept like 3 or 4 clean sheets already, I think. And yeah, doing well. Rotherham, it was a loss, but, obviously Rotherham have got a early birthday present this week. They've got Donny, so that should be interesting. So Rotherham would obviously want to think that they're getting back to winning ways, but now it's a derby. But yeah, good win for Sheffield Wednesday, Dale.
Bailey says, I do expect Pompey to be up there, but that doesn't give them the right to have a better XG.
Very true.
In terms of this one, I haven't really seen much of the game, to be fair, but I got half the score right. I said there would be 2 goals. On to the next one. Ipswich MK Dons. Ipswich.
Oh, yes. I got this right. I didn't even know.
Yeah, MK Dons do it again. Ipswich are they're fucked.
Ipswich haven't even won a game yet.
I know. And with the players they've got, they should absolutely have won a game by now.
Yeah. It's crazy. I've seen the highlights, like MK, like basically Ipswich, there was 2-1 up. And I think it was Lee Evans, the midfielder who they signed from Wigan in the summer, like basically passed it, tried to do a pass back, and he just passed it straight to the MK Dons striker, and he just scored. So Ipswich should just blame themselves really for not winning that game.
Yeah, I have to agree. I was talking to my mate about this. He's an Exeter fan. Fuck knows how we're friends. But we were talking about it, right? And he thinks that Paul Cook should be sacked now. I was like, fuck me, that's a brave move. Not giving him any time to, bed in with the new players that they brought in. On about sacking him already. Would either of you sack him? Or
it's the same with us. Yeah. Fans want Barton sacked, including me.
Cool.
So
I don't want Welling sacked, but I think Paul Cook probably should be.
Oh, we can't have the best of both worlds. Actually, I'd rather you get Wellens anyway. He's sending you to League Two. Also, Keith, if you do get relegated, I'd avoid this show for quite some time, buddy, because that will be public. That will be open season for me and Charlie. Yeah. Absolute fucking open season.
And I'll have to take the flak for it. But yeah,
it's okay. We'll give you the summer off.
Thank God. Just to summarise my thoughts quickly on the Rotherham game and the Ipswich game. Rotherham and Sheffield Wednesday, I think there was only really one team in that, to be honest. Sheffield Wednesday had the domination of the ball. They had
Super Darren Moore.
Yeah. They had the best chances. And I think that Ipswich just bottled it twice. And I think MK Dons just took advantage. I think MK Dons are really putting a good stamp on this season with Liam Manning. So Ipswich really do need to get their act together. And I think the latest I think Paul Cook should be sacked if things don't improve is probably Christmas. Then it gives a new manager
I said give him 10 games. See what
you got to give him 10 games.
10 games.
Because if he doesn't probably get 2 or 3 wins out of the next 4, I think they'll probably sack him.
Yeah, I think
because the fans at any club, especially Ipswich, when all the signings they made, I know it takes time, but like you know what fans are like from different every club nowadays. If you're on crap form and you're meant to go up and you sign all these players, then fans will be angry.
Well, the reason I say 10 games is that it still gives the other manager like 36 games to or something to sort the shit out. Also, if you leave it till Christmas, you probably leave it too late, won't you? So it's really one of those. The rivalry between us and Scunny is more Scunny's side. I think because we're the closest team to them. Don't worry, I will, mate. Good. Wouldn't want to upset Keith, would we? We wouldn't want to upset Keith. Keith, not necessarily. How many times do you see a team win 1-0 and only have one chance compared to your team having several? It's who takes their chances, not create them. That's true. Good to see Morecambe losing back to reality. Yeah, well,
Aaron, what happened to your team, Aaron?
I almost got it right.
I can't believe they lost. I predicted them to win as well. What a joke!
I only got I was only 1 out.
Yeah, exactly. You can't say anything to me about predicting them to win when you did it yourself. I thought Morecambe was going to take this, but Gillingham shithoused their way to a win.
Ex Rovers player Muzzy Carriol scored a fucking great goal.
That was a great goal by Carriol. The second goal, the penalty from Vadainolva against his old club, and he didn't hold back in celebrating, did he? I think that Vadainolva did really well. The Morecambe goal though as well. Stockton's goal.
Stockton, mate, he's on fire, isn't he? He's got like 5 or 6 goals in all comps already.
Morecambe. Can you give us a charity donation? Give us Stockton as our charity donation.
Unlucky. Imagine the scenes, mate.
For just £2 a month, you can support Doncaster Rovers in their bid to find Cole Stockton.
Keith, are you hearing this? You wonder why we go for Doncaster. Are you hearing what we're hearing?
I'm happy to take the flak for other people's mistakes of going after now.
Yeah, but Keith made that mistake many a times. I remember Keith. He's been told to fuck off by. He's
gone away now.
He's been told to fuck off by me quite a few times already. I'm still here, Keith. He moaned about me last season, was wanting me gone last season, but I'm still here, Keith. I'm like that. I'm like that nightmare Keith keeps having. Yeah, I'm like that nightmare Keith keeps having every Monday and Thursday, thinking, "Oh, has he gone yet?" Nah, I'm still here, buddy. Still here.
You're like the fly on my laptop right now.
Shiver me timbers, not now, PAFC. Yeah, you don't want to deal with me, mate. Nice haircut, Donny James, says Magic Gomez. It's not like when you're training and the drill is if you make 10 passes, you get a goal. Yeah, that's true. I've seen that. I'll go many a times passing around.
Has got Morecambe on Saturday. Let's see what happens there.
Yeah, on to League 2 and Charlie Breach.
Well. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, brace yourself for this one.
This is my chance to dish out the banter.
And we all got it wrong.
Can I just say again, I was the closest.
You bloody was not.
I thought it was 4-1.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, it was fucking 4-1, not 4-0.
In terms of the result, I was the closest.
Mate, just saying, it was 4-1. We scored probably one of the best goals you'll see this season.
Oh, did you score?
Mate, we scored a flip. Mate, we scored a wielding, mate. Sam Finley, mate. Sam Finley scored an absolute wielding. But yeah, I mean,
it doesn't change anything. None of us got that prediction.
Nah. But yeah, absolute shambles from. I mean, I would say from start to finish, but it was basically the first 25 minutes. The goals. I mean, it was just Exeter. They just come out of the blocks. And like I said last week, I shouldn't have said it. I said last week, Exeter be the first team they score against. And they stick 4 past us.
In 25 minutes as well.
Yeah, in 25 minutes. Matt J, of course, their best player, got 2 goals. Dieng and Kite as well. But it was annoying because the keeper couldn't have done anything about it. If you watch the highlights, all the goals... They were good, but it was just the defending. The defending was an absolute shambles, and it was annoying because we went with the same formation as we did against Oldham, but obviously Exeter just turned up and we just started like a sack of shit. Honestly, it was annoying. I'm glad that I had to work to the game because if I would have been there, mate, honestly, because there was so many fans that left at half time, like all my mates. There was
me and Aaron telling you to pull a sickie and go to the game.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that. But yeah, absolutely.
At least we've all got more points than Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good thing, I guess. But
Argyle have got a lot more points than all of you.
Yeah, it was just such a shambles as well as Barton come out after the game and he was just making excuses. He was like, oh yeah. On Thursday, we probably had the best training session we've had. Just saying shit like that, and then we go and lose 4-1. Well, and he was still saying, he still said openly and honest, I still think we're getting promoted. I'm
gonna throw you a lifeline here. I'm gonna be good about this. Do you want to know who lost 4-0 to Exeter?
Yeah, you did.
When they got promoted.
You said to me,
it's not all over, but we went on an absolute demolition derby after our defeat. So you're gonna need to well, it doesn't really matter what you do because they're our derby. Right? Same with Rovers.
So won 3-1 and got battered 3-1.
Yeah. But what I mean is in terms of Charlie and me, Exeter, our rivals. When we lost 4-0, we went on a demolition derby after that, and no team was safe from the wrath of Plymouth Argyle Football Club. So if you go on a similar run, you could be promoted. It's not all over just yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can. And yeah, Dawson did play, and he couldn't. Honestly, if you haven't seen the goal already, go and watch it. Sam Finley, it was about 30 yards out. He just curled it in the top corner. I couldn't believe it, but it was annoying as well because, like. Obviously, first half was a complete shambles. And it's going to be interesting to see what I would honestly give. I would give Barton 2 games. I would give him, we got Barrow next on Saturday. Then we got Crawley. Crawley conceded 6 to freaking Forest Green on the weekend. If we don't beat them 2, I would get rid of him. Because he's just making too many like bullshit excuses. And... there he is. He's putting out the 0 and he's going to put a little 1 in. But yeah, it was a shambles. One to forget. I feel sorry for the fans that went. 1,200 fans. Fucking honestly. Absolute shambles. But yeah, we move on and hopefully we can get back to winning ways on Saturday. But yeah, enough said about that, the better.
Yeah, it's a game I can ban.
Onto this one again.
And on the other hand, you got Ben Garner doing bits at Swindon.
I told you, Ben Garner.
And Salford in the mud. That's what I can say.
Again, I was 1 goal out. I was so close this week. But what did you make of this one?
Salford are just in the mud, aren't they? That's all you can say. Fair play, Swindon. took a good following. Again, they do take good followings. They had like over. Well, it looked a lot. It looked like they sold out, but yeah, Salford on the other hand, Gary, and of it, just a question: have any of you seen what Gary Bowyer did as well?
No,
that player Swindon, they signed Johnny Williams, who was at like Sunderland, Charlton, was at Palace and stuff. Basically, Johnny Williams had the ball. He was going down the sideline, the ball went out, but he tried to like keep it in play. And Gary Bowyer just went up to him and just fucking shoved him on the floor. And then Ben Garner and Bowyer were trying to have a scrap on the sideline. It wasn't
a nice barge. It was a bad barge.
It was shocking. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he only got a yellow card for it. That should be a straight red. No manager should be able to fucking push over an opposition player on the floor. I couldn't believe it.
I said it was a bad barge, not a nice barge, because of the talk about barges before.
Yeah.
But no. Honestly, there's a list of a few teams that have got managers that are probably very high up in the sack race right now. Arsenal's involved. Salford's involved. Gary Bowyer should be given.
Rovers. Mate, there's loads of teams. Rovers, Ipswich, Arsenal.
Rovers
Salford,
again.
Salford. Yeah, the other Rovers as well. Both of us Rovers. Donny and Rovers are in the mud, mate, with Wellings. The match. Wellings is basically like Button. They both chat shit after the game.
The process.
And they're both in the mud. Mate, there's no process, mate. What process have you got? You haven't even got like you haven't even made that many signings. And all your signings are like people are expecting you are anyway. I don't know what other Donny fans thought of your signings, but I wouldn't be expecting Donny to have a good season before that anyway. An average season. Because the signings are a lot of them aren't a lot rated. A lot of the signings aren't proven. Like Jordi Awula, Chakure, there's quite a few, but fair play to Swindon.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Said very sarcastically. Wellings is fine. I'm not sure about that. It's too funny. Salford buying the league still can't get promoted. It tickles me. Tickles us all, mate. Tickles us all. Keith says Jordi Awula unproven.
Yeah, Jordi Awula unproven because he's only had one really good season, which was at Coventry, where he got like 12 or 13 goals. The other seasons he hasn't really done. Pompey last season, 2 goals. Yeah, like that's going to get you top 7.
Oh, I nailed this. I fucking nailed this.
Of course, he said 1-0. Well, my voice went a bit
weird. It out now. Don't hide the truth.
But yeah, another team, Tranmere, they're not scoring goals. Another team that aren't really doing. They've got about. I think they're on 4 points, but they're not scoring goals. Another team that probably their fans might be getting a bit annoyed with. They're meant to be favourites to win the league as well, but. Fair play, Newport though. Good away performance, and the player they signed the other day. I think Alex Fisher. He actually used to play for Exeter. He went and got the winner for Newport. So fair play, good win, clean sheet for Newport.
Yeah, Newport had a good performance in this game. I think Tranmere really lacked that final quality, and maybe some Donny fans.
I don't know what game. I don't know what game you were watching, guys. I don't know. I have no idea what game you were watching. I don't see no dominating performance from Newport.
No, you need to know, mate. You need to go and get another 1. Like cross out the 0 and put another 1. So it's 1-1.
No, but what I will say is, I think some Donny fans will now be happy that we didn't get Mickey Mellon as manager because of the kind of performances we're putting in for Tranmere. So there was talk early on.
It finished 1-0 and 1-1.
Because there was talk when we were looking for a manager that Mickey Mellon was the early choice. So I think Donny fans will be happy we didn't get Mickey Mellon now because Tranmere look awful at the moment. So we'll see what happens in the weeks ahead.
You still got them up it though.
Aaron in the mud again.
Oh God!
Aaron in the mud, Aaron in the mud. Me and Charlie actually get a point for this, so I'll take
that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not good.
I always knew Derek. I always knew Derek would shit house this. It's just Derek Adams, mate.
But Bradford, man, they're doing well. They're like
Why
you
would
said.
they take Omar Bogle when they're doing brilliantly the way they are?
Exactly, Bogle. Like they've got Andy Cook. They've got Andy Cook, who's got 4 goals in his last 2,
that guy.
and Bogle's got that in about 3 seasons. But yeah, Bradford, fair play. It was a good game. And it was funny because Mansfield actually went 1-0 up as well, but. I think it was all Hawkins that got 2 goals for Mansfield, and Bradford looking very good. I think they'll be winning the league if they don't bottle it.
Yeah, if they don't bottle it, Bradford's going to be well up there as the title favourites, if not automatic promotion favourites. If they go to if they go to the playoffs, I'll be surprised. But for Mansfield, if they can drum up some kind of consistency together, then Mansfield might not be in any trouble promotion-wise. So I would say this is only like a little blip for Mansfield. So I wouldn't worry Stags until about April, May if you bottle it.
Yeah, I hear that.
Fuck off.
He loves it.
I've had a 7-hour shift. I'm starting to get agitated.
Yeah, not as agitated as Wellens is when he gets his P45.
Wellens is really agitated.
He's going to get his P45 soon. I can write it for you if you want. I'll just address it to the shithead. The shithead at Doncaster.
I hope we beat Rotherham.
They weren't in for your mark.
That's what Aaron said. We didn't say it. Aaron said that, and
the statement was that basically Derek Adams came out to the press and said that there was no bid for Omar Bogle from Bradford, and we were never in for him. That was
Derek Adams is many things, but he's not stupid. He wouldn't throw money away like that.
He's not stupid like Doncaster.
Wellens, yeah.
No, it wasn't Wellens. It was actually the famous Darren Moore that got him. So you can blame your old manager Darren Moore, who's now sitting top 3
Never
League
said
One.
Jews did say it, lads.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair. On to the last one before we see who's top of the table.
I actually got it right. Oh, so did Niall. Love it.
Yeah. Well, no.
Aaron in the mud again. He's falling behind.
Well, we were closest, weren't we?
This is not my season, is it?
Yeah, no one got a point there.
Oh yeah, shit. I misread that. Yes. I was thinking I got it right, but I didn't.
Everyone's on the boards. Everyone's.
The convertible says Wellens will be agitated come 3 p.m. Saturday. As if Doncaster take any fans to Rotherham. I mean, I don't know if they've got. Have you got enough? Have you got enough money for the free hymn sheets?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't forget the hymn sheets. I mean, it is a big game. You're going to need your voices.
I'm not working tomorrow, so I'll get them printed. But yeah,
there we go then. Aaron's going to sort it out. You heard it here first. Aaron's going to send a hymn sheet to every one of those 200 Doncaster.
Keith says we won't take. Keith says we won't take many. Well, you are a bit shit, so.
Well, you should do. Mate, you should do. It's a flipping derby.
Well, there's rumours that we're expected to take just over 600.
Are you serious?
Between 600 and 800, I think.
Don't tell me Argyle took. Hold on! Don't tell me Argyle took. 1 minute. Don't tell me Argyle took. 1 minute. Don't tell me Argyle are gonna take more to Rotherham than Doncaster will. Do not say that. Do not say Plymouth Argyle have taken more to Rotherham than Doncaster. Don't say that.
I think
that's even worse than us.
I think it's probably just over 1,000. I think I was getting confused with the Stoke numbers.
Mate, last time we played Rotherham away, right?
You ain't taking 600 to Stoke.
There's potentially 600 going to Stoke on tomorrow.
Not on a Tuesday night Cowbell Cup fixture, surely not.
Between 400 and 600.
Mate, that's crazy though. The last time we played Rotherham, we finished 16th, and we in that season we took 1,300 on a Tuesday night to Rotherham, mind, and we were 16th at the time.
me and Keith agree on something. At most,
There
200.
We really should, but support is fucking dreadful at the minute. Well, but
we're not taking many to Swansea. I bet you. I think we took about 300.
Yeah, but they will. Yeah, but you will though. Like, Plymouth is. I mean, you're on good form, and I mean, Swansea's quite away, but not as far as like Shrewsbury and some other games. Even if it is Carabao Cup,
it's in Wales, isn't it? We might take a fair bit.
I mean, to be fair, it's like it was Stoke. It's our first trip to the stadium.
That's poor to say, Donny.
Final win in 2003.
That's poor to say, Donny took 1.5 plus last time. Yeah, we've already sold more than 600. They're not on general sale yet. Most of the Donny fans are in disarray at the moment, as most of them are sick of the board. You go and Bailey, mate. But time to look at the league table. So, as you can see, Charlie is still top of the league. Aaron he's slowly, obviously, the Doncaster / Morecambe fan. Why do you think?
He's got a little Morecambe badge. I just seen that. That's quality.
Throughout the rest of the season, any other clubs that Aaron likes, we'll chuck them in there.
Have a fat line of different badges going along. What club does he actually support?
Hey, mate.
You know that free agent symbol from FIFA? Just put that there, and it'll just symbol all of them.
Yeah, do that. Free agent.
That's not wrong actually. But yeah, Charlie obviously pulling out an extra point. A lead ahead of Aaron. I'm slipping behind a bit, but we have got other predictions to do, which we'll do in just a second. We're going to do some Cowbell Cup predictions. Got 5 games, and it's sort of an interesting one. Keith says, "Charles, are you off?" He's off to Morecambe. Yeah, he's off to Morecambe.
I need to find my pen.
He's off to Morecambe.
Sorry, I thought you heard Carabao Cup and thought you were going to just go behind your window while we talk about Carabao Cup.
No, because he wants to.
Sorry, we're not going to get embarrassed at Stoke tomorrow. It's all right.
No. The thing is, he doesn't want to miss out on any points. You know.
Yeah, I need more points to secure this being top
you know why? You know why he said that? He's like, oh, maybe Charlie wouldn't take part of it, and I'll be able to scam some more points.
Give me 2 seconds. I need to find a pen.
Obviously, me and Charlie would have. I would have had a way around that. Anything Aaron got, I'd have added 2 extra points for Charlie. Wish I'm wrong, of course. Would love to see 600. Away on Tuesday night, most people will have work. Yeah, that's why most people don't do Tuesday night games, isn't it? But the first game that obviously we're going to preview. Lovely. So the first game, Swansea City versus Plymouth Argyle. I have said that, to be frankly honest, this keeper has got more mistakes than a KFC worker who fucks up my fillet box meal. Basically, Aaron.
Okay. We're taking shots at the workplace now, are we?
KFC.
No, it's just because I ordered a KFC a couple of days ago and they absolutely fucked my order right up. Fucking twats.
You don't live in KFC Lakeside, so I would have got your order right.
And he was in Doncaster at the time. So
I was in Doncaster at the time. Actually, it was today, wasn't it? It was today. I was in Doncaster at about 1 p.m. and they fucked up my fillet box meal. I was fuming, absolutely fuming.
I wasn't working at that time, so I don't know.
Bailey says you going now. Me go to Wales now, mate. Not a chance. I'm afraid of the sheep. I'm afraid of the sheep. But I have said that if Ryan knows being nice to Luke, he might just stop at the sheep and let Luke have a moment with the sheep before they go to the Liberty Stadium. Obviously, Jeffers being Welsh and all that, he's going to do a madness tomorrow. This keeper, though, if you press this keeper, he's fucked.
Swansea don't look good at the minute. They're really don't.
Mate, their keeper don't look good.
Stephen Bender.
Yeah, mate. the thing is, Bristol City could have beat Swansea if they had just pressed that keeper for more than 5 minutes.
Honestly, it was so funny. I had because some kiddie I knew who's a Swansea blogger. I commented on his video. Obviously, Swansea got a lovely 1-0 win against the shit the other day on Friday, and I watched the whole game on his goal. And on the radio after, there was all these City fans like, "Oh yeah, we played really well. We battered them." And I was like, "You didn't play that well." I mean, Swansea.
No.
Swansea
I was watching the match as well, and they barely attacked.
That's a lie, because if they ignore the last 85 minutes of the match, they played very well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was fucking hilarious.
They started the game.
We dominated them. Oh yeah, first 5 minutes you were good.
They started the game really well. They put pressure on Bender as well. Didn't do it.
He was dodgy. There was one kick that nearly cost them a goal.
The keeper is definitely dodgy, which is why I am saying Argyle are going to win 2-0. 2-0 is what I'm saying. Just because their keeper's got a lot of mistakes in him, right?
Yeah.
And I know that with our two strikers, they press up. Like they press high. We have a high press. Which means he's going to probably make a couple of mistakes, and Jeffers, being Welsh, is probably going to score in the capital of Wales. Well, not capital, but in Wales tomorrow. But Aaron, what about you? Please predict them to score. It works for us.
Well, I'll just say, first of all, to those Bristol City fans thinking they had a chance of attacking in that game, I watched the full match on his goal as well, and you barely did shit against Swansea. Swansea just eased their way to victory because they didn't have to do much. So, pipe down, Pearson FC. I think,
I love it.
I think that, like I said, Swansea do not look good despite the win against Bristol City, against the shit Bristol City.
They weren't convincing in that game either, were they?
No. Russell Martin it's just the start of the season, so it's only a few games in. But
most possession FC. That's all they say about him.
If Swansea keep going the way they're going, it would have been the wrong career move for Russell Martin, in my opinion. So I think Plymouth's going to win 1-0.
I much prefer when you predict that they will score.
No, because if I predict you win and you actually win, then the curse is over.
Yeah.
That's a good point. If we lose, I'll be coming for you.
I can take it because I've took it for the last year.
Excuse me, that came out wrong. Can you?
He loves it, doesn't he?
Please take that back. But Charlie, what about you?
I'm going to say 2-1 Plymouth.
Nice. Thank you, Bristol.
Jesus.
Fuck Bristol.
Big up the Bristol. Bailey says, random question, but curious. How many grounds in the current 92 have you all been to?
I've been to 73.
I've not been that many. I think I've done 10 of them. Exeter, Rovers.
Which Rovers?
What Rovers are you on about?
Memorial.
Mate, that lovely away end there.
Yeah, that your away end is
that is one of the worst away ends in the fucking football league.
I know. Done Rotherham. They have a nice away end, to be fair. I like Rotherham. Yeah, I've been to about 10 of them.
I've only done a couple. I've only done a couple. Keepmoat Stadium in Old Trafford.
Oh yeah, well of course I've done Home Park and all. I've done Home Park. I did Anfield as well in the FA Cup.
And Old Trafford wasn't even a game. It was a special tour when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's because he's a United fan as well. 2-1 Swansea. Thank you, Bailey. Thank you. But this one, cricket scoreline approaching.
Oh, here we are.
Stoke versus...
barely a few first teamers.
What did you just say you like? You dirty fucker.
Oh, fuck off.
Just remember, by the way, don't make loads of excuses, Aaron. Don't be like, we're playing a weak team. Richie Wellens ball.
Hang on a cotton fucking second here. You should see the team that we're going to be putting out. We're putting out under 18s, barely a few first teamers. We're putting out players that we rarely play now in the league because we have to. A player that, possibly even two players that are publicly wanting to leave. And if we lose 3 or 4-0, that's not an excuse. You've got to take that into account and say, you know what, we were beaten by the better side.
He's
and Wellens doesn't want to go.
I reckon.
Go to the league and then go for the FA Cup.
I reckon behind him there's an entire chart of excuses ready. I reckon he's got one. Right. I reckon he's got one. Lose to bigger side in Cowbell Cup second round. Right. These are the excuses I use. I've got similar. It's called the Doncaster shit chart. Right now, I'm using Doncaster relegation jokes.
Right.
If you were higher up in the league, I'd still say Rotherham are better than you. They're the type of joke. So I have a similar chart.
I will just digitally insert one to the background behind me. But
you don't need. Well, you got one.
Well, let's just be honest, shall we? Wellens has probably admitted, without admitting it, that he's focusing on the league and maybe the FA Cup, not the Cowbell Cup.
Same as Barton. Same as Barton. Snap. That's what Barton said as well. We're not interested in any cup games. We're just focusing on the league, and we're still going to do fucking shite.
But Stoke are going for promotion to the Premier League at the moment with the form they're on, so I won't be surprised if we do lose 2-3.
Bailey says Bristol Rovers, Argyle are 2 grounds I still need to do. To be fair, think we might be going Argyle on coach. You'll take your L with you like a man. 3-1 Stoke, says Bailey. So one Doncaster fan ain't afraid to bet against his team.
Well, so he thinks. Wait there. He thinks Doncaster are going to get their second goal of the season.
Oh yeah, I think that's arguably the biggest shock, isn't it?
Oh, by the way, now in terms of the Plymouth Doncaster game, since they're going on the coach to your ground, are you going to come down to Keatmo so we can do a bit of collabing on YouTube?
Might do.
The banter.
Mate, you've got to go. You have to go.
The frenemies unite for the first time in person.
That'd be hilarious.
When are we in Donny?
I believe it's February.
Oh, if it's February, then yeah, I should be able to make it.
I'll double check it.
I'll go up via the train. The coach takes too long.
Yeah.
I don't like coaches. I prefer just
getting there ourselves.
No, just get there, because Doncaster smells of shit anyway. I'd rather get there and get out as quickly as possible.
I mean, you're not wrong. Normally Doncaster smells of weed, but that's about it.
Similar to Plymouth, really.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, same in Bristol, just weed.
Yeah. I think that's similar to every country.
You come to us on the 29th of January.
Yeah, I might be able to do something.
It's a Saturday.
Are you coming down to Argyle then? Or is he bottling it? He's bottling Home Park, isn't he?
Let's see if I get paid. Let's see if I get my first page from work, and then I might make the trip down.
He's bottling it to Home Park. He's bottling it.
I'd rather watch my team get battered from home.
No, you can't bottle it. Both of you got to go to the go to the games.
I would go to Argyle versus Bristol Rovers, but that's probably been delayed till next season, I'm guessing, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'll come don't bottle it.
I'll come to Bristol.
Mate, we've already bottled it. What are you on about?
I'll go Bristol Rovers. I'll go Bristol Rovers extra when you face them at home. There'll be Rovers fans, extra fans, and a Janner.
That's a good point from Bella. Stoke will make 9 or 10 changes as well, so they might possibly play as well.
I'll support Rovers that day, obviously. But yeah, score predictions. What are we going for?
Leave me to last on this one.
No, we'll start with the.
Yeah, we'll start with
the Donny man. Come on,
you fucking.
Hey, I started against Argyle. I started the Argyle ones.
Okay, fair enough.
Come on.
Right, Stoke are making 9-10 changes. We're going to make 10 changes. Well, not 10 changes.
If he actually predicts Doncaster to win, I'm done.
Of course he's going to, mate. You've got to back your own team. You've got to back your own team.
I'm thinking about this logically. Stoke are making 9-10 changes. We can't afford to make 10 changes because I've got the squad to make 10 changes. We're going to make 5 changes probably.
Wait there.
Galbraith's injured.
Wait there. No. Wait there. Wait there, just a second ago, you said it's going to be a whole team of youth players. Now you've said it's only 5 changes.
Team of youth players, but under 18s may be called upon. Because, hang on, Taylor, Fajiri and Hawula are already injured. Bostock's not being risked until Saturday. Rose not being risked. Galbraith's not being risked. Anderson's injured. So it looks like we're probably going to play the likes of Brandon Horton. We may put Jones in goal for this competition.
Mate, all I'm saying is that you're right in the mud. You're right in there. literally with like one hand just hanging out of the mud. Literally.
Cameron John at centre back, which I don't mind because I think he's been ace so far. We're going to give Matt Smith 90 minutes because he's just come back from COVID and he got some second half game against Portsmouth, so he'll get a full 90. Seaman and Noel will get 45 minutes.
We don't need to go through that. We don't need to go through the entire team.
No.
Why don't you put Dolberg up front, like so you've got like a vocal point?
He's going to score in our own net if he's up front. I think I can't bet against me on the team. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Doncaster Rovers win.
Oh my
1-0.
He's done it.
We'll sit our way to a 1-0. Stoke will be the better team.
He's actually done it. He's actually done it. I'm done.
Mate, you've got to back your own team now. Come on. You got to give it to him. He's still positive. You've got to give it to him.
I'm thinking about it. I think that if we play Dahlberg in there, he'll save. We'll scrap a goal, and Dahlberg will help save us towards that win. And John's been excellent, so I think he's a great defender. So I think he'll help us steer that 1-0 win.
Seaman,
just put your hand up when he stop talking deluded crap.
Seaman with the goal.
Well, Seaman and Noor will get 45 minutes each. So if Seaman plays the second half, he'll get it in the second half.
He's still talking.
He's not. But you have to back your own team no matter what. Even if you're on bad form. It's the same as me. I would never ever, even though Rovers are shit, I'd never predict Rovers to lose a game.
No, I absolutely
start under 18 players. I think we're going to have a couple of them on the bench just to make up the numbers.
I absolutely would bet against Argyle if I thought we were going to lose because I'm not stupid. The only team I wouldn't do that against is Exeter for obvious reasons. But I'm just gonna say it now. I'm saying 5-0 Stoke.
Fuck yeah, that's a bit hard.
Imagine the scenes if that happened, man.
5-0 Doncaster though.
Well, I mean, they can score 3 against Swansea, so God knows what they can score against Donny.
Exactly.
If we score 5 against Stoke. Imagine that.
I'm not worried about that. What about you, Charlie?
Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Are you brave enough? I'm not. Are you brave enough to shut 5-0 down?
I'm actually going to go with the same score as Man United Southampton last season, 9-1.
What?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Keep it at that.
No, I'm joking.
9-0 is going to be the biggest fail prediction of the season so far.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Stoke.
I like how he's gobsmacked that we're not predicting his team to score and to concede a net for against them.
It's all about the upset victories. Morecambe did it against Blackburn. It's our turn tomorrow.
Have you heard yourself? He
loved it, didn't he?
We love the upset victories, and we deserve one.
I mean, you're playing. You're not playing. Where's he going? You kicked him out. Yeah, but that's the thing. You're not just playing Stoke. You're playing Stoke Alona on a Tuesday night.
We will give them a game.
And Stoke are on fire, mate. Stoke are like Premier League already.
Aidan Barlow came out today and said we're going out there to win, and I believe that guy.
Mate, he's a United.
He's not afraid.
Mate,
he
used to play for United, mate. Whoever plays for United or whoever's associated with United are deluded. All right, just saying.
No, Aidan Barlow proves that we have got to have no fear. No fear.
I'm done. Right,
this is where Aaron is getting his confidence from. Aidan Barlow.
Yeah, is he related to Deirdre? Is he related to Deirdre Barlow? Probably.
Aidan Barlow's related to the Barlow family. He's the future of this football club.
He's the future of my fucking arse at this rate. Because
the reason why we got the only reason he started it was because of injuries, but he's the future of our club with development.
Yeah, he's the future of our club. He's that shit. But on to
the same mistake with Lakilo.
But he's gone from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to Richie Wellens. I mean, come on.
No, actually, no. To be fair, he was with Man United. He was playing under Van Hal and Mourinho. and then
he
went
never
on
played.
to Norway.
Hold on, he never played for United first.
Well, no, not played, but it was in the unders, and then went out to Norway for a year.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have been.
Yeah, but
so he
Ollie
wouldn't-
used to be. Wait there, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was manager of the youth setup, so he was under Ollie.
Yeah, true.
But on to Aaron's second team, Morecambe. How do you?
It's his second team.
How do you expect your boys to do against Preston?
For God's sake. I mean, to be fair, they have got the manager that we were going to get, if not for Wellens, but there we go. I think, you know what? Preston's been on a really bad run of form at the minute.
Preston are in the mud, mate. Preston
and despite the win for Rotherham against Morecambe at their stadium, I think that Morecambe's been on a good run of form compared to Preston. So I see this going one way. I'm going 2-0 Morecambe.
2-0 Morecambe, are you mad?
Preston are in the fucking...
Mate, Preston, mate, this is...
Was it worth the move? Was it worth the move away from Rovers now?
Yeah, this is the one... Like, this is one of the games I can see there being an upset. Because Morecambe are on good form and Preston are doing absolutely good. God, here we go. Who's that? Stevie Evans. What's Steve Evans doing on my screen? What in the hell is going on here? West Ham. Oh yeah, West Ham are playing, aren't they? Fuck.
What? Why is Steve Evans on the screen?
So this is Richie Wellens in 15 years' time.
Richie Wellens, fine.
Obviously, how do we think his belly's growing a bit, isn't it? It's certainly. To
be fair, I think he's actually lost weight since then.
You fucking has not. You fucking has not.
Mate, he still is. I mean, he's still a hippo and that, but he has lost weight, I think.
You just referred to him as a hippo.
Yeah, but look at the state of him. Look at the state of him. Like, look how small his head is compared to everything else.
I'm just gonna leave that in the overlays for Indiana or Rachel to
That is a new clip for the intro of this show.
As soon as we come on, just put Steve Evans smack bang on the middle.
Starring Niall, Charlie, and Aaron, the EFL show. By the way, Steve Evans is a hippo. In association with Steve Evans. Production.
In association with hippopotamuses. But Morecambe Preston. Aaron, this is your team again. So what are you going for, bro? Obviously, your team against Preston. It might be a tough game, but I'm guessing you're going to the match, right?
Yeah, and he lives about 2 minutes away. He lives on near the seafront that you are on.
More like a couple of hours
I thought they put him on the roof of that stand, but my mistake.
By the way, just before I make my prediction, right, I just had this picture in my head. You know that BBC One intro with the hippo swimming in a circle? Just replace him with Steve.
Steve Evans swimming in the water. What? Steve Evans swimming? Can you imagine that?
That BBC One intro, just had that picture in mind.
Just floating there. Just floating in the water, Steve Evans.
Please put him in clothes. That's all I beg for.
Yeah, someone needs to Photoshop him like swimming around with a hippo's body.
Rachel, I'm gonna go with a 2-0 Morecambe win.
Fucking hell.
Ben Whiteman, did the move pay off this time?
Yeah, Ben Whiteman in
ironically, the mud. 2 is the same amount of all-day breakfasts that Hippo Evans had last night.
Can I just quickly say that? No, all joking aside, with Whiteman, the only reason, to be fair, the marquee
Steve Evans is a chunky fucker.
The Marquise money went to the academy improvements. Funds went to keeping the club alive. So there's a reason behind Whiteman going to the championship, but it's just not paid off at the minute.
Wow. Steve Evans agrees. I'm gonna say 1-0. I'm gonna say 1-0 Morecambe. Charlie.
God, here he is then. We got another Morecambe fan. Niall's turned into Derek.
Nah, it's just Preston are absolute fucking dog shit, man.
Preston have got no way back unless they sack Malky. What's his face?
I'm gonna go. For Malky Alki. Who's that?
I don't know his surname, so I've gone with Malky Alki until he improves his form.
Well, it's not Malky Mackay, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh shit, he is really shit.
Malky, he's come back out. Mate, he hasn't even been a manager for like 10 years.
Hang on.
Can't be Malky Mackay, for God's sake.
Malky Mackay.
All I know is there's 2 ex-Rovers players playing this game. Scott Sinclair for Preston, and man like Jonah Ayunga, who got 2 goals last season for Rovers in the league, in the same game against, guess who, Aaron? The mighty Portsmouth. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 Morecambe.
Also, the Preston manager is Frankie McAvoy. So
it's not Malky then. It's not Malky, it's Frankie.
Yeah. I got it completely wrong.
Yeah, they're on shit. Any team
he's got a small head. He's got a small head, but his gob is huge.
Are we still on Steve Evans?
His mouth's huge, mate. No wonder why you can. Yeah, big mouth.
I mean, that photo there of him looking shocked. I mean, it's like he's been stuck up the arse with a harpoon.
mate, it's because he's just won promotion, and he's got more promotions. He's got more promotions than Donny have wins.
I think that photo of him was him looking shocked that he hasn't got that he was sent off straight away in a match. I think it's like, should I have been sent off?
Yeah.
So on to this one, Charlie. I'll start with you. Barrow versus Villa.
Come on, Barrow.
Interesting. It's going to be interesting because I think the Jamaican will make his first start, Leon Bailey, because he hasn't started yet. Imagine that, Leon Bailey stepping onto that Barrow pitch, and then Bristol Rovers are playing there like 4 days later. So there's no excuses from Rovers if we don't beat these after they just played Villa, even though it will be a lot of changes. Like maybe Watkins will play because he hasn't played any games yet.
Yeah, game time.
I'm going to go for a 3-0 Villa.
3-0 Villa?
I got worried then when you said 3-0. I'm thinking 3-0 Barrow.
Well, 3-0 to Barrow, behave. Come on. Imagine that.
What about you, Aaron?
See, I'm taking into account the potential upset on the cards depending on the changes that Villa make in the squad. But don't worry. I'm going 1-0 Aston Villa. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
Worry.
Don't worry. He said 1-0 Villa.
I said it was going to be a closer game because Barrow will be up for it, but I think Villa will just steal it.
I'm saying 3-0 Villa.
Fair enough.
You just never know.
Versus Premier League, I see an upset on the cards or something close.
You just never know with Aaron. He could have said 5-0 Barrow. The last one, Brentford versus Forest Green.
This is going to be a very exciting match.
This is another one because Brentford will play their weak team. Their weak team isn't really that good.
Players that won't get
Forest Green are on fire, mate. I think they're the only team. Well, they're the only team in League Two anyway to win all 4 games so far, and they're on fire. I'm going to go.
Have their own little. They've got their own little record. I think a few years back in the National League, where there was a time where only 2 teams had like 7 wins from 7 in the football 5 tiers. Man City and Forest Green when they were under Eddie Pinnock. So this Forest Green team looks just as good as the Forest Green team that started a few years back in the National League. So,
mate, it's better than that, mate. Mate, the 2 strikers.
If they don't go up this year, there's no justice in this world.
What's everyone's predictions then?
See, I think this is going to be a very exciting game. I'm going to go 4-4 Forest Green on penalties.
What?
Forest
Green
eight goals.
I'm only accepting.
Forest Green 1-6-3 against Crawley. I think there's going to be goals in this game.
I'm only accepting 4-4.
Okay, fair enough.
What about you, Charlie?
I'm going to go. Be tough because Brentford's second team isn't that good, and they're not going to play a first team.
It's like a Championship to League One yo-yo team, the second team.
Is it though? I think it's worse than that.
League Two.
Yeah, maybe a League Two team. Maybe League Two.
I mean, there's a few players in there that don't get minutes in the Premier League, like your Charlie Goods and your Sheno Baptistes, etc.
Yeah, but he's injured, Baptiste.
Oh yeah, so you got Charlie Good, you've got Fosu that they might use, but again.
Oh yeah, Fosu. I'm gonna go for 3-1. I think it will be tough, but I think maybe they might bring on some, like you said, they got Fosu, and they might bring on Tony to get his first goal or something. I don't know. But yeah, 3-1.
I think with the thing with these Premier League teams, they're going to have some insurance on the bench. They might start Force, but then if they're
fours and
and if they're 1-0 up or 2-0 up and they need to sort of score more goals to make it more comfortable, you bring on Tony for the last half an hour and get him some fitness going into the next Premier League match. Apart from that, just a fringe team really. Forest Green will give their all, but I think Forest Green will be happy that they might get a goal if your prediction comes true. And there's Steve Evans again.
I'm just leaving.
No,
Steve
what
Evans,
about you?
right? I'm saying 2-1 to Brentford.
That face from Steve Evans is probably his face when he realised he won't be a Premier League manager in his career.
Nah, that's his face when he orgasms when he sees a Big Mac. Did I just say that out loud? Oh,
yeah, I think you did.
I think you did, yeah.
Nice. So that's that. 2 hours later, we finally got there, guys. I blame Aaron, as always. It's all his fault.
We've just had a lot going on in the world of Doncaster Rovers at the moment in last week.
It's just because Doncaster. It's just
2 hours.
Yeah, it's just because Doncaster are a bit shit, mate. There's no need to be sad. There's no need to be sad.
We just got lots of news.
Yeah, sort of. But guys, we are going to wrap it up there. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. If you're not happy with how we've been, all emails go to Indiana on Twitter. Make sure that he gets all of them.
I literally thought you were going to say emails go to fuckyourself.com.
That also works.
Literally, I wouldn't have been surprised if you said that.
That could work, though. In fact, if you would like to also send your emails to www.gofuckyourself.co.uk, that works as well. I'm okay with anything, really. However you want to get it sent. I know Indiana likes to hear them. But Charlie, where can they find you?
At One Rovers Vlogs on Twitter. Charlie_Hayne96 on Insta and YouTube. One Rovers Vlogs.
Perfect. What about you, Aaron, mate?
Twitter Aaron_Challoner, Instagram Aaron Challoner Official, Snapchat Coach_Chal19, YouTube Forever Football DRFC and Coast to Chat, TikTok at Aaron Challoner, and you can find me in Rotherham's doorway scaring their fans off because they're irrelevant on Saturday.
Rotherham's doorway.
And tomorrow we'll beat Stoke.
And you can find him at Stoke tomorrow, also scaring off the Stoke in their doorways.
Before we beat them.
Yeah, before Donny beat them.
Scaring off the regulars. You can find me absolutely for Indiana. Hold on, what's his Twitter? I don't know if I want you finding me, so let me go find an appropriate.
Let's talk Premier League.
Absolutely not. That's not my app. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think they've already seen it on your screen.
My at is at Indiana dash or the lower one IMO underscore. That's the one _IMO. So before you go, Aaron, what's Saturday's highlights again, lol?
No, I think that we were justified. We were the better team, and Pompey can go fuck themselves.
I think you're deluded. Anyone else got anything to say before we wrap it up there?
Stoke's going to get a whipping tomorrow.
Donny are losing 9-1 tomorrow.
Nah, we're not. We're not Southampton. We're not Ralph Hasenhüttl.
No, you're even worse than them.
I knew that was coming.
I don't know how he's giving smoke to Ralph.
Michael O'Neill will be turned into Irish stew by the end of tomorrow.
I'm not sure you know who you're talking to, buddy. But if I was you,
but you'll be turned to Irish.
If I was you, I would learn to respect him a little bit more because he's going to hurt you tomorrow.
Make sure you click there. By the way, Aaron said Stoke are turning into Irish stew.
Yeah, actually, I also agree. Can you go look at that penalty again? Because that is definitely a penalty. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back Next, we'll be back on Thursday. A bit more Doncaster bullying. Here's Steve Evans again, just in case you're missing him. Big face. Aaron has just literally licked his finger and delved right into the belly button of Steve Evans, and now he's giving it a good old lick. Dirty.
Now I'm giving my lucky ring a kiss just to make sure we get some luck tomorrow.
Oh, you
Bye,
dirty
guys.
boy.